What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets Radio. Hope everybody had an excellent holiday weekend. Sun, fun, good time with family and friends. Everybody was safe. We'll be back doing live streams next Monday. We had a scheduling conflict tonight. Also, the shirts should be going out hopefully by the end of this week. Everybody ordered those. Recently, Sports Illustrated wrote an article where MetLife Stadium wasn't ranked very high when compared to other stadiums throughout the NFL. And that's spot on. Like, I've had season tickets since 1995. I gave them up recently, but so I have a pretty good understanding of what the Meadowlands was like, what MetLife is like, and I've been fortunate over the years. One of my goals every year was to go on one road trip every year to watch the Jets. So I've seen a litany of stadiums, and obviously you try to draw comparisons to what you see, in New Jersey. And, the old Meadowlands, obviously as a Jets fan, pulling up every week and seeing the Giant Stadium logo on it pissed you off. But you felt like home because it was the same people in their seats week in and week out. It was like you could tailgate in the same area. You saw the same people. It was like a family. It was like your own little. Everybody had a bond. And when they moved to MetLife and the PSLs, they priced out so many diehard fans. If you had I sat in section 306. Everybody had sat in 306. Then we got all moved around. People in the lower level moved to the upper level. Everybody got changed. All that camaraderie was shot to shit. So that was the first thing. You priced a lot of fans out. You pissed a lot of people off. You didn't win. But then it was the logistics of it. The parking is a fiasco with the parking passes. That's a nightmare. Getting out of the stadium after the game is a nightmare. Getting to your seats before the game is crazy. The acoustics of it, like if you sit in the upper level, you feel like you're on a different planet in terms of acoustics of it. All the concessions, yes, you get better options of food and stuff like that, but it's not a home. It's like not a home feeling. It's very commercial, and I base that on so many other stadiums I've been to. Like, for example, you go to Baltimore, they had the night game. I've seen the Jets lose twice in Baltimore. They had the one night game. Baltimore comes out in the all black, and the mascot comes out, and the music, and it's just, the place is going nuts, and it's such a great setup. Or, you had like the Pittsburgh Steelers with their black and yellow, and they had the players shadow boxing and all these different things. Or the Philadelphia Eagles, when they have the mascot comes out on a motorcycle, and the Dallas Cowboys, it's like a rock concert, and you go there. It's like, there's so many cool things that happen. And like MetLife's just a commercial building. It's like a glorified toaster oven. It's just not, like the old Giant Stadium at Meadowlands, that place used to rock, man. Because everyone's like, it was just a passionate group of fans, diehard fans that live and die with the team. And a lot of these fans were priced out over time. Like when I first got my tickets in 1995, 1996, I was paying $25 a seat. When I gave my tickets up, I was paying $125 a seat. And that includes you got to play for the preseason games too, which are a waste of time because a lot of times it's the fourth preseason game. You're basically throwing away $250 plus your parking pass. So, you look at all the stadiums and it's just, you can't really, MetLife's just not the experience we wanted. Obviously, for a long time, we wanted our own stadium on the west side or in New York or on Long Island, whatever it was. And that would have been awesome. But as of now, it's just you try to make the best of what you can. And, and there's times where the stadium gets really loud. When Fireman Ed gets the place going or Jetman or Scott. But it's just so poorly done. Like the Jets have done a really good job with their PR this year. Like their social media team is killing it. But they need to do a much better job of the stadium experience. Like they used to do that little siren thing, and that's just or the horn, whatever. It's just terrible. So the one really cool thing is when you go to a lot of road trips is Jet fans don't get enough credit for the way they travel. I mean, Jet fans are a loyal bunch, and they travel, man. Like every time I go to a road game, there's always huge groups of just fans just getting at it with tailgate parties and the Saturday night party and everything else. And it's so damn cool. And there's a lot of really cool fan clubs out there that organize these things. So if you do go to a road trip, anywhere it is, like I know Carolina, everybody's going to that. Check out the fan clubs in the area. They do a lot of really cool things. So what I did was I created a quick list of my favorite road trips. If you have some of yours, share them in the comments. And these are obviously games they won. The ones they lost, I'll probably do a different video because I've had some heartbreaking games I've been to. First one was the flashlight game in 2000. When the Jets traded Keyshawn Johnson to Tampa, there was a lot of animosity between Keyshawn Johnson and Wayne Corbett. And Keyshawn basically said, you know what, Wayne Corbett's a flashlight and soon the batteries run out. I'm going to star that shines forever or something like that. So there's a lot of animosity going into the game. I couldn't wait to go. Went on it with a road trip. And actually, former Jet Bruce Harper was like our little guide. So he was sitting with us for the game, which was super cool. Jet fans were out and about. It was the 49ers, the Buccaneers were the better team, but the weather was horrible. The Jets were getting their ass kicked. They weren't playing very well. and the Buccaneers fans were just taunting us. The weather was pouring. It was just soaking wet. It was humid. It was miserable. And you're sitting here like, oh, this, Jet fans were kind of like the night before me. We went to Ybor City, probably talked a little bit and did the Jet chants and everything else. But you're sitting there and you're like, man, this is gloom. So the Buccaneers fumble the ball, and lo and behold, the Jets in the final few minutes of the game, you see Curtis Martin in the backfield. He takes his glove and he throws it off. I'm like, wait a minute, why is Curtis Martin taking his glove off? Because obviously the weather was really bad and stuff like that. I think it was like an 18-yard pass to Corbett to win the game, and it was wild, man. I had never celebrated so much because it was like I think they were 4-0 at the time, and the win was like they took snatched defeat from the. It was just crazy, man. It was wild, and I was so happy for Corbett to catch the pass because all the scrutiny he took and all the backlash from Keyshawn. So that was a pretty cool experience. That was 2000. 2006 was a really, really cool experience. If you're a fan, you got to go to Lambeau Field. Lambeau Field is so freaking awesome. The fans are world class. We went to, this is 2006. I'm not sure if it's still open, but we went to Brett Favre's Steakhouse. We tailgated there, and then we walked to the stadium. And as you walk through the parking lot, the fans are like, hey, man, you want a bratwurst? You want to try a sausage? You want to try this? They're talking to you. So you get inside the stadium. Come on, it's 2006. And I was an enormous fan of Brett Favre. You see Brett Favre warming up, and there's snow flurries. So you have Lambeau Field, check, Brett Favre there, and then you have snow flurries. And your favorite team, the Jets, playing, which was super awesome. And then the Jets come out and absolutely blow the doors off them. But it was so cold there that if you got draft beer, it started to turn into a slush. And if you spilled it, like the one touchdown, I spilled it on the guy in front of me by accident on his jacket, and it froze to his jacket. That's how cold it was. But I think the score was 31-0 at halftime. And the Jets just blew. I mean, I forgot, what was it? It was I think Pennington had 3 touchdowns. The final score was 38-10. I mean, it was amazing to go to Lambeau Field and watch your favorite team win. And the wild thing was, as the Jets were doing this, the Packer fans were happy for Jet fans. Hey, man, you guys are playing well. I'm happy to see it. Hope you guys are having a good time. After the game, they're buying us beers and stuff, in the bar. It was just, Lambeau Field is an awesome, awesome experience. Next one, one of the really cool things is when the Jets play Miami, it's like a Jets home game down south in South Florida. It's wild. I went down there for the Brett Favre's first game. Like I said, I was a big Brett Favre fan. So when he played down there in Miami, his first game, it was hotter than hell. I mean, as fast as you drank your beer or water, you sweat it right out. It was scalding hot, but the Jets won. And it was just cool to see how many Jet fans go out and about. I've probably been to Miami about 3 or 4 times to see the Jets play, and it's so many Jet fans just packing the place and supporting them, and it's really, really a great time. The next one is, Cowboy Stadium, and that is remarkable. It is unbelievable. You're overwhelmed by how nice it is. You almost get sidetracked by all the things inside of it. Obviously, you have the big screen there. And I'm talking about when the Jets came back with Fitzpatrick and won the game late. They didn't play well, but they won it in 2015. But Cowboy Stadium is remarkable. I mean, it's just the halftime show is wild, the concessions, there's bands playing. I mean, it's just you look at that and you compare it to MetLife, it's that's the class in the NFL, and MetLife's like a high school stadium. Seriously, it's that different. I mean, other stadiums I've been to, like I mentioned, you have Baltimore. New Orleans is not the nicest of stadiums, but it is so friggin' loud. I mean, I was there when the Jets beat them, and they had a Damian Robinson game, and the Yankees lost the World Series with Mariano. That's another one too. But in terms of just stadium experiences, San Diego is nice. It's so weird to see how many other. It's interesting to see how other fans tailgate, all different things they do. Like in Tampa Bay, people they have beer carts on the front lawn. You can park on the lawn and get a beer there. But it's just. There's so many better game day environments than MetLife, and it's just crazy. And it's unfortunate because Jet fans deserve it better. Everybody hopes for the day that we get our own stadium. It's not going to happen, but we should. And it's like I said, if you get disgruntled and don't like going to MetLife, and I don't blame you at all, and the experience bothers you, go out and see games. I can't wait to go to Carolina this year. Check that out. I was hoping to go to Atlanta for the game. That's not going to happen. I mean, Indianapolis is amazing, amazing, amazing stadium. The fans are phenomenal. It's just a really cool game day experience. And that's just kind of missing in MetLife. You just don't have that same thing. So, hope you guys doing well. This thing was long. Share your favorite road trips or ones you want to go on, and I'll talk to you next time.